SKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSFD.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wait for it.
No, we have that turn. Wow, that's loud.
Yeah, it is loud.
Curtis!
Wow.
Curtis!
That was crank.
Wow.
Now I don't think it's loud enough.
It is the music
Is
thing.
it?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can.
Curtis!
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
What?
The dB gain was, instead of setting at 45, where I told him to leave it it was set at 60 dB.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever brought it up above 48 ever.
And that means what you.
dB is decibel. That's a measurement
Oh,
of sound pressure.
okay.
It's
I know what
gain.
decibels
Gain,
are.
yes, gain.
Okay. I know that. Peter, I'm sorry I walked right by you. I didn't say good morning. Good morning, Peter.
That's okay. I
I'm
was
so sorry.
busy.
Do you know that now and then
I got sidetracked.
positive gain in the form of dBs you might have a negative number behind it? I'm doing it, aren't I?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Because my
and-
line level is -5.
Yeah, and Pete,
Oh,
and,
of course. I knew that. I was going to guess that, Peter.
and Pete can attest that sometimes a higher dB might have a negative number in front of it.
Oh.
If something puts out something really hot,
What?
hot signal.
Hot signal. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I have no idea what you're speaking
know,
about, but that's okay. I do know what decibels.
You would think that let's take a look at a Wi-Fi signal, okay?
Okay.
All
Where
right?
is this going?
Minimum of neg 35 to stream properly. Awesome sauce when it's neg 50 to neg 60.
Oh, yes.
So now you're going up in numbers and strength, but it's negative.
What he said, Peter.
Did you see
staying
my
out of it.
picture last night of my new
did I
keyboard?
s-
My new old
Yes.
keyboard?
You know what? But I have to tell you, my older child, Genevieve, has ordered those keyboard, the newer ones, and found the same thing. They last a couple months, and then we throw them out.
Yeah.
I have one of those old ones. You want it?
Yeah, it's like 20 pounds. I
Oh,
mean, is it the
God,
real
yeah.
deal? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
ancient.
that's an actual IBM one that I'm using and it was manufactured December 23rd, 1986.
Oh, wow. I have an old one. I have one of those gigantic, remember these, Peter, those behemoth computers that it took two people to pick up?
Yeah.
And they were thousands of dollars. It's
Yeah.
it's still in my house. And that gosh darn thing still fires up.
Probably an 8286 and runs Windows 90.
Probably not even an 8286. Maybe just an 8086.
I think the kids
That
were
I had
old.
both.
the kids were in high school, so it would have been in the late 90s when I
Oh, late
bought
90s?
it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
late 90s.
That could be a Pentium.
Yeah, it could
It's
be
an
486
HP.
or higher.
Yeah, 480. Yeah, right, yeah, okay. It's
An
an
80,
HP.
80 486
All right,
50%.
here's what it is.
That would be the Intel
Wait a minute.
chip.
Here's what it is. It's gray. How's that get you? It's gray.
All right, well, it's not an 8086 then. If it's from the late 90s.
I don't know.
You know what it took in order for me to get that keyboard?
What did it
operate?
take in order
I
to
needed
get
a DIN to PS2 adapter and then a
Oh,
PS2 to
here he
USB
goes again.
adapter in order to get everything to talk and work.
Here he goes again.
Peter.
Yeah, the DIN was female. The PS2
Yes.
was male on that one, and then the other adapter was female PS2 to B type.
Yeah, I
USB.
run into that a lot. Yeah, yeah, whatever.
You guys didn't even ask about your background today.
The
You're-
background.
You're in Folkestone, Georgia.
I'm trying-
Folkestone, Georgia.
I'm trying
Where
not
are
to
we?
concentrate on that because I'm getting thrown off by the.
You're in Folkestone,
It's not
Georgia.
in the middle. It's not in the middle.
Yeah.
It is now.
I'm not in the
No,
middle.
no.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the desk.
Oh, who cares?
I care.
I have you zoomed in. Because it would look worse if I did this.
Well, I gave you the other camera.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look good.
I gave you the other camera.
I don't use the other camera.
Okay, well, I set 3 up in order for you to get the look right.
All right, now. Okay, so how
Today is the 10th day of,
is it?
the 10th day of
We're in
May.
We're
Yeah,
in May already.
in the year
the lusty month of May.
22 Anno Domini.
What the hell just happened?
The lusty month of May. It's from. I think it's from Camelot. It's May. It's May. The lusty month of May. It's from the musical Camelot. And then there's another song. March comes in like a lion. April came, and then along came Pretty Little May. That is from Carousel. So have it your way if you want May to be lusty or Pretty Little May.
Who needs Bob here?
Okay. Shiny things. Squirrel! You threw me off by parking out where I park. That threw me off.
Well, I didn't realize.
You know, I have to have everything the same.
I didn't realize that Robert's show was a repeat. So I thought there were 5 people here taking up all the available parking spaces. So I park way out there, and then I walk in. Pete's not even here yet, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open spots.
And you didn't go move your car?
No, I didn't. And I had to go walking back to the car to get keys to the studio to let myself in.
Oh, God. Peter, how come you weren't here? You didn't need to be?
Bob is in Kenosha, so he's off for between him being off and myself being off. I probably won't see him till June.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking a week off.
Good for you.
I need to take a week off.
Are you going away? I'm sure you are.
I'm going to Florida.
To do what now? It's not
a little bit of Babe Ruth to get some stuff, a couple things I want to get done before I get down there set up.
Okay.
But I think there's going to be some pool time involved.
Of course there is. Where in Florida are you off to?
Jensen Beach.
Nice. And you're off.
And then on the way back on Memorial Day weekend, I'm coming back on Saturday. I have to drive back because I have I'm driving down there. And I'm picking up my girlfriend at Orlando Airport, and we're going to
do a shot.
Shot.
Yeah, he said my girlfriend on the program this morning too. I almost got drunk before 8 o'clock in the morning.
Good.
They don't know.
We're gonna do a road trip back.
Good.
Probably hit Savannah, Charleston, couple seaside towns on the way back.
Nice. How long is that going to take you, Peter?
I'm hoping. Well, we're gonna try to spread it out over 3 days.
That's
pick
a
her
lot
up.
of
Pick her up. She's taking the direct flight down. So I'll pick her up at 9:30 in Orlando, and we'll hit the road north.
But you like driving, right?
I do.
Yeah, good. Ken, do you like driving?
No.
No. I'm happy with him driving all the time when we do rocket launches. I'll sleep in the passenger seat. I mean, I'll
and do other
I'll
things.
troll
We will
Facebook
not discuss what else you do in the
car. And fart in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, there's that.
There is that.
Yeah.
There is that. Yeah, and you're leaving too. You're going off.
Yeah, right after the Southwick annual town meeting. I'm going to be coming back with a tan.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's tan weather here almost. I was out in the field yesterday. My jeans were too heavy. It was hot.
It's not 90 degrees here.
I know it's not 90, but it's going to be 70 on, I think, Thursday, Peter?
It's going to be 70 tomorrow, about 80 on Thursday.
80 on Thursday. We're getting there. We're getting there. Summer's coming, everybody.
Still not the same.
Oh, wait. Can I mention something important to me?
You're going to anyway.
Yeah, I am. I have to mention, I have an announcement that this Christmas is my last show that I'm going to be directing. I'm going to be officially retiring, although I feel probably like the Rolling Stones who keep doing their retirement concert.
Right.
They keep saying, and then they come back 5 years later, but I don't make the money that Mick Jagger makes, nor do I look like Mick Jagger. But then again, he looked like that when he was 20. He was never a good-looking man, was he?
No. Kind of like a pit bull.
Yeah. You're right. It's the mouth. Anyway, I'm doing my last show, Wonderful Life, and auditions come up in June. And we need a large amount of cast members from the Westfield and surrounding areas. Anyone who wants to audition, there will be more information up on our website. This message will delete. Beep.
What?
I'm good.
Self-destruct.
Self-destruct. When you have gotten your assignment, or what was it? What show is that?
And we will disallow all knowledge of your existence.
Of my existence. Oh, no, I've been rubbed off. Rubbed off the planet.
That was Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah. So today is the 10th day of May. We'll try this again. In the year 2022, Anno Domini.
Yes, it is.
You going to keep going?
Nope.
All right. This is
I'm
the
done.
Okay, I'm going to test you. Okay. All right. This is the Den Ken's Den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, the radio club, our underwriters, or those people crossing those train tracks. And now,
You know what, Pete?
what's going on, Ken?
You know what, Kathy?
What? What?
Working on the Chef Showdown last week was a different change of pace. Sure, I got to judge the food coming out, but I worked for that privilege.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really wished I was able to finish a lot of the plates, but in a cooking competition, you sample.
Right.
I understand that some folks picked at the rest of the food that was returned. Good for them. Towards the end, I was called chef by Chef Eric Rogers himself, after how he saw how I dissected and described what I was seeing, smelling, and tasting. You know, I'm only a foodie, and I consider that an honor for him to call me that. You know, I think I'm going to order myself a chef's jacket.
Somebody's head's getting a little too big.
I do have one, you know.
I doubt I'll fit it.
I don't know. I'll have to look at it.
I want a black short sleeve one.
Fussy, Peter.
Yeah.
I told you, somebody's going to somebody's head.
Imagine what it'd be like judging one of these things if it was a chili cook-off and one of the judges couldn't handle the heat. I think it would probably go something like this.
Oh, dear.
Chili number 1.
Oh, dear.
Mike's Maniac Mobster Monster Chili.
Oh, God.
Judge 1. A little too heavy on tomato. Amusing kick. I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, me too. Go ahead.
Judge 2. Nice, smooth tomato flavor. Very mild. Judge 3. Holy crap, what the hell is this stuff? You could remove dried paint from your driveway with it.
Oh.
Took me 2 beers to put the flames out. Hope that's the worst one.
Oh, gosh.
Chili number 2. Arthur's Afterburner Chili. Judge 1. Smoky with a hint of pork. Slight jalapeno tang. Judge 2. Exciting barbecue flavor. Needs more peppers to be taken seriously. Judge 3. Keep this out of the reach of children. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to taste besides pain. I had to wave off 2 people and who wanted to give me the Heimlich maneuver. They had to call in 3 extra beers when they saw the look on my face. Chili number 3.
Uh-oh. It's worse.
Fred's famous burn down the barn chili.
Oh, boy.
Judge 1. Excellent firehouse chili. Great kick. Needs more beans. Judge 2. A beanless chili. A bit salty. Good use of red peppers.
Okay.
Judge 3.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Peter.
Call the EPA. I've located a uranium spill. My nose feels like I've been snorting Drano. Everybody knows the routine by now. Barmaid pounded me on the back. Now my backbone is in the front part of my chest. I'm getting blotto. Chili number 4. Bubba's Black Magic.
Uh-oh.
Judge 1. Black bean chili with almost no spice. Disappointing.
Oh.
Judge 2. Hint of lime in the black beans. Good side dish for fish or other mild foods. Not much of a chili. Judge 3. I felt something scraping across my tongue, but was unable to taste it. Sally, the bartender, was standing behind me with fresh refills. That ugly broad at the end of the bar is starting to look hot, just like this
jeez.
nuclear
Oh,
waste I'm
jeez.
eating.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay.
Chili number 5.
Oh, no.
Linda's Legal Lip Remover. Judge 1. Meaty, strong chili. Cayenne peppers, freshly ground, adding considerable kick. Very impressive. Judge 2. Chili using shredded beef. Could use more tomato. Must admit the cayenne peppers make a strong statement.
Ew. Uh-oh.
Judge 3.
Uh-oh.
My ears are ringing and I can no longer focus my eyes. I farted and 4 people behind me needed paramedics.
Oh, jeez.
Linda seemed offended when I told her that her chili had given me brain damage. Sally saved my tongue from bleeding by pouring beer directly on it from the pitcher. It really pisses me off that the other judges asked me to stop screaming.
Good one. Good one.
Chili number 6. Vera's very vegetarian variety. Judge 1.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Thin yet bold vegetarian variety chili. Good balance of spice and peppers. Judge 2. The best yet. Aggressive use of peppers, onions, and garlic. Superb. Judge 3. My intestines are now a straight pipe filled with gaseous sulfuric flames. No one wants to stand behind me. I need to wipe my butt with a snow cone. Chili number 7.
I don't believe you did that. I don't believe you did that.
Susan's Screaming Sensation Chili.
Uh-oh.
Judge 1. A mediocre chili with too much reliance on canned peppers. Judge 2. Ho-hum. Taste as if the chef literally threw in a can of peppers at the last minute. I should note that I'm worried about judge number 3. He appears to be in a bit of distress as he is cursing uncontrollably.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Speaking of kabooms, Judge 3.
Uh-oh.
You could put a goddamn grenade in my mouth, pull a goddamn pin, and I wouldn't feel a damn thing. I lost the sight in one eye, and the world sounds like it is made of rushing water. My shirt is covered with chili, which slid unnoticed out of my goddamn mouth. My pants are full of lava-like diarrhea to match my shirt. At least during the autopsy, they'll know what freaking killed me. I've decided to stop breathing. It's too painful. Screw it, I'm not getting any oxygen anyway. If I need air, I'll just suck it in through the 4-inch hole in my stomach. Helen's Mount Vesuvius Chili, number 8.
Oh, Peter.
Judge 1. A perfect ending. This is a nice blended chili, safe for all, not too bold, but spicy enough to declare its existence. Judge 2. This final entry is a good balanced chili, neither mild nor hot. Sorry to see that most of it was lost when Judge number 3 passed out, fell, and pulled the chili pot on top of himself. Not sure if he's going to make it.
Good one.
Come to think of it, I don't think that would actually work here at the Tech Academy, since having beer here would be a no-no.
Yeah.
Yep. And if Judge 3 had known anything about how capsaicin works, is that beer is not your friend. You need dairy, since it has fat in it. Anything water-based does nothing but spread that capsaicin around your mouth even more.
I did not know that.
You know, there was one dish served with a hot element on it at last week's Chef Showdown. And one of the other judges, they commented how the lips and tongue were starting to get a little numb. Yeah. I think it was just enough to make the dish interesting, but you still have to be careful with chili and hot sauce. Because, you know, some people love that burn.
I do not.
But I feel the actual flavor is what makes a dish, and you never want the only thing you taste to be the sauce, no matter how awesome the sauce is.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
I do want to take a minute to acknowledge the efforts of Emily and Will from the Graphics and Communications Department for putting all of that together. Excuse me. I also want to mention how impressed I was with both shops working together. The graphics and culinary students all did a great job, and some of those dishes I judged should be put on the menu at Tiger's Pride.
Excellent.
Yep. Now, we just have to wait for Emily and Will to edit this.
Yeah.
In the real world, this would take months, but they think now they will have it done sooner.
To graduate in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it has to be done. And when it is ready, you know that Westfield Community Programming will let you know. And I may actually volunteer my time slot here for viewing, depending on what we end up with for the final edit.
Prime time.
Let's pay our bills. We'll be back right after this.
That was a good one. Let's see, would you be judge 1, 2, or 3? Let me guess. When is their car show?
Sets me off to a long child. Yes, it does. The way you squeeze and tease knocks me to my knees. A little smoking, baby. The way you swerve and curve really wrecks my nerves, and I'm so excited, child. When you push, let me know that you're gonna get your wish.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Don't miss the next episode of Serious Cougar. Eunice goes on a bender with a pool boy and breaks her hip. If women in their 20s don't know their ass from their elbow, and women in their 50s know what they like, imagine being with an experienced, pleasure-loving octogenarian wrestling with dementia and horniness. The show that hits below the belt, just like her breasts. Serious Cougar, Wednesday nights at 9 on Weasel.
WCPC 15, brought to you by Sirius Cougar on the Weasel TV network.
50. I should be so lucky. What do they call people my age? I'm way past cougar age. Dear Lord.
You'll always be a cougar to me.
Oh, Lord sakes.
Because my age keeps going up, too.
It's funny how that happens, huh?
Yeah.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. You're right. You're right. When I was 30, I thought 50 was old. Now to me, 50 is young.
So we are missing Bob today, and I was planning on having therapy with him.
Uh-oh.
And
he didn't include you on the email? I didn't even look.
No clue.
Jeez, you got to tell him that he really cares about you, you know?
No clue at all. So
I know he's not watching, so we can't even call him out.
No, we can't.
He's in another time zone.
But regardless, I
be
still
all right.
need a little bit of therapy.
Oh dear.
And now it's time for therapy with Bob Plass.
Oh.
You gonna get that one?
Peter, Bob isn't here. What am I gonna do?
You've been around enough. You can sub in for him.
All right, Peter,
You can sub in.
I'm gonna do my best, okay?
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
If it goes off the rails,
Sometimes all that somebody needs is just a sympathetic ear.
I don't think
Just
I can
listening.
All right. Oh, good morning, Ken. I do have some bad news for you. Bob is not here, but I'm a mom and I've been an educator, so perhaps I can share some wisdom and sagacity.
He didn't go to Frisch and Adams, did he?
I didn't check the paper this morning. You don't suppose he's gone, do you? Peter, do you know where Bob is today?
He's in Kenosha.
Oh, no, he's fine.
So we don't say he's not with us right now.
I'm not sure Bob is ever really with us.
He's in Kenosha,
So I found an article in the paper the other day, and it got under my skin.
Uh-oh.
There's so many things under your skin, Ken. It's a wonder you can put clothes on.
Yeah, this from the business section in the local paper.
Okay. What is it?
Exxon profits surge despite Russian exit. ExxonMobil reported $5.48 billion in profits during its first quarter as gas and oil prices rose steadily. That was more than double its profits during the same quarter last year.
Oh my.
$5.48 billion in profits, and it's still going up at the tank.
Yeah.
So that really got under my skin. And then it made me remember Bob, my therapist, your boss, charges $50 for a 10-minute session. So I'm thinking that Bob, because of the newspaper article, with billions in profits for oil, I think that my therapist is the same as big business. All right? $50 per 10-minute session means you make $300 per hour. Tell me who else makes $300 per hour in health and is unlicensed.
Well, now, I'm glad you asked that. That's a very good question, and it's a question that has been posed to us many, many times. It's a very interesting
So I'm not the only one seeing a problem here?
Well, other people have mentioned it, but $50 today is a relatively small amount, Ken, for all of the advice that we are giving you, and we are making your life better because of it. So you have to understand that this is all for you. We're thinking of you. People don't value small amounts of money. For example, if you had something that was only $2, you would just throw it out and go, oh, it's only $2. I can get more.
Do you have that sound clip, $2 from...
I don't believe you have a sound clip for $2.
It's from the movie Better Off Dead, the paper boy, $2.
No.
$2, I want my $2.
Well, but you
The reference goes over everyone's head.
You don't value things that don't cost you something. We all know that volunteer services are really not on the same par. We don't value their expertise as much as we value someone that we pay. So you see, by charging you a $50 rate, we are helping you to feel better about the advice that you're getting because it's
I'm
worth
still
it.
confluxed then.
You're confluxed.
Confluxed.
And what is confluxing you, Ken?
Well, my therapist then turns around and says, now I'm going to go out and volunteer. And he tells everyone else to go out to volunteer. But now you're saying that someone who volunteers is not as good as somebody who you pay.
No. Can you misunderstand?
Oh, I think I understand you correctly.
I said... What I said was...
I think maybe you should say what's really on your mind and not try to support your boss.
Well, he pays me. Oh, wait, just a minute there.
When was the last time you got a paycheck from him?
Peter, could you check the accounts and tell me what Bob is paying you and me by the hour? Or by the 10 minutes? What are we getting paid? Oh. You know what?
Ruh-roh.
You got a point. It's too gosh darn much money, and I want more. I'm worth more, and I should be getting more. And I don't think it's fair that I'm only getting $20 an hour when he's paying you $50 an hour, and I'm not getting one part of it. I can't believe this.
I think we need to approach him when he gets back from cheese country.
I think we do. Absolutely. And we
must all get together.
We need an intervention.
And we need a form of union.
We need an intervention.
Oh, no, I don't care about you. I want more money. You still have to pay the $50. Any other issues I can help you with, Ken? Anything else?
No, I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done. I'm done with I'm done with this therapy office.
Well, technically it's a home, and we've tried to make you feel welcome.
I'm reporting you guys for being unlicensed too.
Well,
wow, mean tweets.
It isn't my problem. I'm not part of the business. I'm just here to open the door. So I don't really care. You can get Bob when he comes back. You can subpoena him at the airport for all I care.
But since Bob isn't here, you are now responsible since you're the one with the keys to the door.
I'm only a surrogate. The door was open.
And my name is...
This is Cockenlocker.
Yes.
And you did offer me advice, which means now you were pretending to be a therapist. Where's your license? Where did you go to school? All right. When was the last time your credentials were up for review?
Those are all very valid questions, and I appreciate your concern. I really do, and I thank you for asking that question because it really is a very good question. On the other hand, you do know that where can I go with this?
How to fill an hour without really trying.
Correct.
Well, we'll see what the Attorney General feels about your operation. How's that?
I'm sure that the Attorney General would be
you could by all means make a really good offer to me, such as $25 per session instead of $50, and maybe I will oversee some flaws with this operation, and I won't be in contact with the Attorney General.
I believe you're manipulating me. I do.
You say it's manipulating. I'm saying, offer, make an offer. I'm making an offer to you.
I say manipulate. You say
negotiate.
Cooperate. Negotiate. Good one. Yes. Yeah. You're negotiating for a lower fee. All right. Let me see if I understand this correctly, because I would need to be able to communicate with Robert in regard to your concerns. Your concerns you feel in this day and age, because oil is going up, you shouldn't be paying $50.
It's not because oil is going up. I think when you break it down, I'm paying my therapist way too much, and he doesn't always help. So you can tell your boss next time you email him my fee gets cut in half, or the next person ringing that doorbell won't be me.
Well, did I tell you that I'm taking an extended leave of absence from the practice? And I won't be here.
Well, you just leave him that message before you go, and we'll be all set.
I shall do so.
And, you know, I'll still give you my $50 today out of protest.
I appreciate your concern. Thank you for your visit.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Get out. Shut the door.
Don't let it hit you in the...
Peter, lock it when he leaves, and don't answer it again. I'm sorry. We'll see you later. Thank you, Ken, for coming.
Hey, I left my keys in there.
Peter, don't let him in. Throw the keys out the
keys.
window. Throw the keys out the window from the second floor, if you can.
Come on, man.
Okay. Now you feel better. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. What's next on your agenda? Hit me with it.
Ken Stomsky?
Chip, you know what? You just made the list. Oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
That's right. We have to do that again, don't we? Do it again.
So I have Bob Fox from the Southwick Rotary coming in at 9:15.
Right.
And I have something that I want to do just after 9 with you. So that means we have some airtime to kill.
Okay.
And I actually, I have it down to the second now because Pete put the downstream key back on.
Okay.
There used to be a show on HBO, home box office, called Not Necessarily the News.
I remember that.
Remember that one?
Vaguely.
One of the...
Back when you could make jokes.
Yeah. One of the characters on this was Rich Hall. And he had this little segment, this little thing, let's say, called a sniglet.
Okay.
Now, a sniglet, by definition, Rich Hall's definition, is any word that doesn't appear in the dictionary but should.
All righty.
It's a sniglet.
Okay.
All right. Eight.
Say it again.
Ets.
Spell it.
Spelled is AETS. It's a noun for Greek symbols on water fountains.
Huh?
Agonosis. The syndrome of tuning into wide world of sports every Saturday just to watch the skier rack himself.
What's that? What's Wide World of Sports?
That used to
Wait a
be
minute.
that used to be ABC.
Yeah, the kids nowadays wouldn't even know what that is.
And I used to have a truck, an ABC Wide World of Sports. It was an 18-wheeler, and
It was their production
The
truck.
production truck, yeah. You open up the doors on the side of the back of the truck, and it was a mobile production studio. I had that when I was like 8 years old. I mean, come on.
I'm sure you did.
Air dirt.
Huh?
Air dirt. A hanging plant that's been ignored for 3 weeks or more.
Oh, boy.
Anchority.
Anchority. Peter, what do you think that is?
I have no idea.
It's a noun. A group's final, hard-fought decision on what toppings to order on a pizza.
Oh, jeepers. That's
God.
funny.
Backspackle. It's a noun. Markings on the back of one's shirt from riding a fenderless bicycle.
Oh, okay. I got it. Yep.
Backsbubble. Now, remember, these are sniglets. They are words that don't appear in the dictionary but should.
No, maybe not.
Backsbubble.
Maybe they shouldn't.
Dishwater that disappears down one drain of a double sink and comes up the other.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Have you ever seen that? You're of vintage, where you probably remember those sinks.
Vintage.
I had one of those sinks.
No, I've never had a double sink.
Yeah.
Always-
Yeah, we saw the water come up in the other one as it was going down.
Okay.
Yeah. Baldage. Baldage.
How do you spell that one?
Baldage. Baldage. The accumulation of hair in the drain after showering.
Ah, ugh. Gross.
Wouldn't that be sheddage?
Benectomy. Benectomy.
Benectomy.
The removal of bruises on a banana.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Or not.
Bargus. 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 Pronounced bargus. It's a noun. The area on the windshield that the wipers can't reach. I don't get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bazookacidal tendencies. Tendencies.
There's a tongue twister.
Bazookacidal tendencies.
Okay.
The overwhelming desire of most individuals to reach out and pop the gigantic gum bubble blown from someone else's mouth.
Who thinks of these things?
Ron Hall did.
God bless him.
Bevo. Beavo. Bevo. A pencil with teeth marks all over it.
Ah. Beaver.
Yeah, okay. Now you're starting to get it. Bimp. Bimp. B-I-M-P. A blurry or double-edged felt tip marker.
I'm not seeing that. That's not doing it for me.
Bixplex. Bixplex.
Bixplex.
I've actually
Is that a
suffered from
noun?
this. It is a noun.
Okay.
Bixplex. The psychological block in which a person cannot choose what color of disposable lighter to purchase.
Jeez. Oh, Bix. Yeah, I got Bixplex. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Bixplex.
Bezos. Bizos. It's a noun. The millions of tiny individual bumps that make up a basketball. I bet you there's a real word for that. And if anyone within earshot was smart enough to know how to use a computer, they'd be checking that one out.
I'm looking at something else.
Jesus. I'm not seeing that one.
Public. B-U-B-B-L-I-C. Public.
Another noun?
No, this is an adjective.
Adjective.
Yes.
A public.
Yeah. Addicted to the systematic popping of bubbles in packing material.
Ah, we all are that. Yay. That's a good one. Gotta pop those bubbles.
Bug pedal. Yeah, B-U-G-P-E-D-A-L. Bug pedal. To accelerate or decelerate rapidly in an attempt to remove a clinging insect from a car's windshield.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Buttnick. B-U-T-T-N-I-C-K. Buttnick. The crevice on an ashtray where the cigarette rests.
Oh, boy.
You may have to explain that to some people today.
Here's Buzzax. B-U-Z-Z-A-C-K-S. Buzzax. People in phone marts who walk around picking up display phones and listening for dial tones, even though they know the phones are not connected.
Another one you'd have to explain.
Boy.
I've seen that.
You've seen people do
Yeah,
that?
when I was managing a couple of Radio Shacks back in the day, I saw people pick up phones and put them right to, expecting to hear something.
That's fine.
And it's just sitting there doing nothing. Execuglide. Execuglide. To propel oneself about an office without getting up from the chair.
Ah, I've done that in school.
Mm-hmm.
Right around. Yes. An
Any bottle of pain reliever with an impossible-to-remove cotton wad at the top.
Ah, yes. Yes, after you've tried to peel the paper off the top.
Frustra. 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 Frustra.
Okay, wait a second. Is that an adjective?
It's a noun.
Noun?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a noun.
Yeah. The special plastic used in the manufacture of fast food ketchup packets.
Ah.
Frank fluid. Frank fluid. The liquid at the bottom of a hot dog package.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hudnut. Hudnut. Hudnut.
Hudnut. Wait a second. Hudnut is a noun?
It's a noun.
Hudnut. Something to do with hud and nut.
The leftover bolt or screw in any some assembly required project.
Oh, yes. Or there's one missing.
I'm struggling with my will to live.
Hound wounding.
Nope.
I'll make this one the last one. Hound wounding.
Please.
That one's got me.
Canine act of circling a spot 3 or 4 times before sitting in it.
Okay, yeah.
The cats do that too.
No.
No? No, they do this picking thing, right?
Oh, God, yes. At 3 o'clock in the morning.
And,
Yes.
and do they do that on your cats? Do they do that on you?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
On certain parts of the body.
Uh-huh.
No matter what I say to that stupid cat, she'll do it every time.
In the no place?
The top
Yeah.
place.
Mm-hmm.
On the boobs, yeah.
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 Yeah, a nice
And she
claw at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it all
She
worth
does
it.
that. She does that. And the dog will circle. I don't know why they do that. Why do dogs do that? Why do they go around?
That's something we need to figure out.
I would say that it might have been a characteristic from a throwback when they had to make sure where they were laying down was a safe place to lay. And there was nothing there that was threatening.
Right.
So that's what I would think it would be. Now, cats don't care. They're just going to do what they're
Cats
going
are
to do.
arse holes.
They're jerks. There's no doubt about it. Cats are jerks. I absolutely agree. Now, everybody out there, don't be yelling at me. I have a house full of cats, and I love them all.
I thought I turned off Windows sounds. Oh, Windows update. How nice.
And it's going to do it now.
No, I
Mine
postponed
only
it.
updates when I really need to do something on it. That's when it chooses to update.
You want to know something that I think of whenever I imagine having a cat? The first thing I think of is, yes, I definitely want a box in my house full of crap.
Yeah, I know. That's part of it. You know, years ago we didn't do that because the cats went outside, and I had cats for years. 30, 40 years ago they were years, but now you've got the hawks and you've got the coyotes and you've got the fisher cats and everything out there. You just can't leave them out there anymore. I don't.
My
like
cat
that.
was outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We always had outdoor cats. We have one barn cat left. She's been fixed. I don't know how old she is. She's got to be 8 or 9. I don't know how that cat survives. We do feed it, but nothing ever gets her. She keeps on going. I don't know, because they say the average life of a feral cat is less than 2 years, and I believe that because I see them coming through.
Do they commit kitty suicide just because they don't want to deal with
They
it
get
anymore?
scooped up by something bigger.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they've had enough, and then
they're off and they're gone. They run in front of
they
the truck.
jump off the roof of the barn and they
Run in
don't
front of
land
the
on their
truck.
feet.
It's the truck.
Okay.
Caticide.
Caticide.
Caticide. That should be in your book.
Yeah.
Caticide. Have you ever had a cat
Yeah.
when you were younger?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a cat. It was a cat dog.
A cat dog.
It was a cat dog. I used to live towards the middle of Crown Street, and I'd walk down the Prospect Hill, and the cat would follow me to school.
Yeah, that's
and then wait outside for me to come out during recess.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
Yeah, I used to try when I first started doing that. I'm like, go back home, go back, but it just insisted on following me, so I gave up.
You were the cat's best friend.
That's sad. That's just sad, Peter.
What?
Peter, did you have a cat?
Yeah.
When
Got a
did
couple of them.
Really?
As a kid.
You look like a dog person to me.
I love them both, but we lived on the woods, and plus we were so busy that the cat was a more appropriate pet.
Do you think there's a difference between dog people and cat people?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Cats are a lot less needy than dogs.
Cat people, if they have more than 2 or 3, I think they're crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, that's the old
You
crazy...
just insulted your co-host.
That's the old crazy cat lady reference there. Look at this. It's 9 o'clock. Time to do the top of the hour. When we're done with the top of the hour, we're going to come back to Kathy for 3 or 4 minutes.
Uh-oh.
And
Your
then
guest is here, by the way.
And then we'll reset, and we'll have our guest in.
Kathy may not be talking to you after the top of the hour.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get.
He just called me crazy.
I know.
Craig.
Burn down the store, take what you want and more. Shop until you drop, voodoo consumer never stop. Load up on supplies, no sale, no compromise. Gun crazy down the mall, voodoo consumer take it all. Eat this, drink this, try this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously cool. Let's make it fabulous. 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 Drive me to the bank, kneel down and give me thanks. Grab your credit card, voodoo consumer, kiss me hard. Eat this, drink this, try this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously cool. Let's make it fabulous. Too late, voodoo consumer terminus. Eat this, drink this, try this, buy this, wear this, fly this, play this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously marvelous, meticulously treacherous, disarduously cruel. Just make it fabulous. 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 Fabulous.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Absolutely correct. 100%.
Class is in session. It's Westfield historian extraordinaire Kathy Palmer.
89.5 WSKB.
Uh-oh. Yes? What can
So can you tell that this whole 2 minutes here is going to be all about you now?
It's all about me.
Yeah.
And I only get 2 minutes? Well, I'm leaving.
You want one?
That's a good way to negotiate.
Mhm.
What can I do for you this morning?
I just want to know how it feels to be 65 now.
65. I wouldn't know how it feels to be 65 because I'm now 75.
See, now you're not supposed to admit to that. You're like, oh yeah,
Why wouldn't I
65.
admit to
It
it?
seems the same as 64.
You know, here's age, and Peter hit the nail on the head because he said age is relative. When you're 15, you can't wait to be 18. When you're 18, you want to be 21. When you're 21, you're fine. Things are good to go in your 20s. Then you hit 30 and you have a heart attack and you want to start going backwards. Somehow psychologically, in my way of thinking, and I think of this when I watch ads on TV and they say, oh, this will make you look 5 years younger. At my age, 5 years younger ain't going to help, honey. I got news for you. It ain't going to help me. It isn't a matter, age is all, and I know they say it's all in your mind. It isn't all in your mind. I mean, chronologically, you are the age that you are. It isn't a matter of age, Ken. It's a matter of doing the best you can, looking the best you can. It's not a matter of looking younger. It's a matter of always trying to present and look and be as happy as you can. If you're happy at 25, you're probably going to be happy at 75. And it doesn't matter. You can't stop it. You can't go back. You can't change it. What you can do is you can lie about your age. And I can say to everyone out there, you know what, folks? I am 85 years old. And that way they'll go, God, you look good for 80. So that works.
At what age is it where you're fine? Okay, yeah, I'm 72. Yeah, I'm 73. When does that happen? You know, is it somewhere in the 60s, the early 70s?
What do you mean?
Where you're usually a lot of people don't want to admit to their age, and you get to a point where, like, yeah, okay, well, this is how old I am. Or was that never an issue with you?
I never found that to be an issue.
All right. So,
I mean, that
yeah,
never
you're nowhere near a vain person anyway.
I've been around a long time, so it doesn't do you any good. And I do know people that would never. I mean, it's always been considered impolite to ask a person's age.
Right.
And then you get to a certain age where it's hard to judge. I can't judge people's ages. I really can't. I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old Peter is. But I don't know that that's really
We're
important.
51.
Yeah.
You're just babies. You're just babies. I'm kind of proud of the age I am. You know, I started doing the Westfield Theater Group with Dennis Akins, whom we all know, back in...
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and Rick Sullivan Sr.,
Mm-hmm.
not the Rick you guys know, but the Rick I know was the dad. And I started doing theater at the Westfield Theater Group in 1978. I was the romantic lead. I could only do that now if we were doing it in a nursing home. Then I would be the younger one. But I'm kind of proud of the fact that I've been in theater and still doing it.
In 1978, I was going to Juniper Park.
You're right.
I was
I'm not
8 years
gonna
old.
You were what?
8 years old.
And that's fine, but I mean, I'm proud that I've accomplished that much, and I'm still going. I have no problem with aging.
Mm-hmm.
It is somewhat daunting, though, to know that you're closer to the end
Mm-hmm.
than you are at the beginning.
All right.
And that's a little That's a little sobering.
My father and I joke about it, and I think that's how he deals with it.
Well, I can't think about that. I just have to keep going. The sad part about aging is that you begin to lose your friends, you lose your family members, and that's a difficult thing. But you keep going. I mean, I've worked for the city of Westfield, and I'm still employed by the city of Westfield because I work for Park and Rec and the Historical Commission. So I've been involved with the city of Westfield since 1967.
I wasn't even a twinkle in somebody's eye.
I know. Your taxes at work. There you go. I started working at a place. It's no longer in existence. It was Camp Togoak because back in those days, children who needed special services were isolated, and they were in special separate programs, which wasn't very workable, but in those days, that's what we had. You know, you're talking Belchertown days, Munson, Danbury. These were not good places to put children. But you know, when I was in college, and this is a mind bender for like you and Peter, because you've never heard of these things. If you had a child that was born with any disability, the doctor automatically recommended right away institutionalizing that child. So chances are you didn't even bring that baby home. So that's where my history comes from, that kind of an upbringing, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy about it.
Well, happy friggin' birthday.
And Carol and I, Carol, you do know I have to say this. I am the younger woman.
You're the younger one.
I'm not that age matters to anyone. It doesn't, but I am the younger woman.
I think between the two of you, it matters.
You know, it may only be 7 or 8 days, but that counts.
It counts.
And remember,
just like twins. One's a minute or
we
two.
We are. There's a few things that we're not twins about. But anyway.
All right.
Anybody who gets this age, my last word of advice is you too can be Coffee Bean Brown number 42 for $70-something a month.
Huh.
There you go.
All right, Pete, let's do a tune and we'll reset for our guest.
I have got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me.
So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.
I have tried so not to give in. I have said to myself, this affair never gonna go so well.
But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well
that I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of holding you near. In spite of a warning voice comes in the night, it repeats and shouts in my ear.
Don't you know, blue eyes, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality.
But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin.
'Cause I've got you under my skin. Yes, anything come what may, for the sake of having you near.
In spite of a warning voice, comes in the night and repeats and it shouts in my ear.
Don't you know, you fool, you never can win.
Use your mentality. Wake up to reality.
But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin.
'Cause I've got you under my skin. And I love you under my skin.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And here we are.
We are.
We're here.
We're here. We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
And we have a guest.
I don't know what. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank goodness we have a guest. No more putting me on the hot seat and calling me names. Not that I care.
At the other end of the desk from the Southwick Rotary, Bob Fox. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we need mic 1 up. Okay, try that.
How's that?
Okay.
I'm live. I'm live.
You are now.
He's in the low seat.
I just have to say one thing before we. No, he's not. Oh, maybe he is.
Yes, he is.
Am I?
It doesn't matter at this point because TV it doesn't look all that bad.
I've been short most of my life.
Yeah.
Listen, when I stand up, they ask me if I'm sitting or standing, so I get it. I get it.
I got you.
A few weeks ago, you were down here on Joe's program, and he announced Bob as the better of the two foxes. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that same thing because I happen to report to your brother.
Oh, you better not. Oh, no.
I wouldn't worry about that too much.
All right, yeah, I did catch that when he said that.
Yeah, he is the little brother.
Yeah.
The little brother.
So Russ is the little.
He's
little
the
brother.
baby of the family.
Oh, okay. All right, because I can see the likeness and I can hear it in the voice, but I'm at the point where we were talking earlier. Hard to look at someone and figure out age anymore.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I can't. No.
All right. So Russ, his brother, got in touch with me and said, "Hey, get in touch with Bob to talk about concerts down at the Rotary."
Okay.
Or concerts that the Rotary are putting on.
Sounds
So
good.
Southwick has a Rotary, and we're going to get into the Southwick Rotary later on. I think there's a little bit of history going on here. But tell me about this concert series that is happening down in Southwick.
All right, this is a concert series we hold at Wally Park. Number one, they're free concerts. There is no charge. We hold them from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Wednesday. Our first concert is July 13th, going up to August 24th.
And this is every week?
Every Wednesday.
Okay.
Right. July and August, other than the week of 4th of July.
How'd you come across figuring out to do them on a Wednesday?
The Wednesday is our normal meeting night. You don't want to get these guys together twice in a week. Come on. That's a stretch. But anyhow, that's why we decided to go with a Wednesday. Plus, I'll tell you the truth, the competition on a weekend, and I'm in business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to compete with anybody else who's trying to make a living with a band. If our restaurants or our clubs are having bands on Friday, Saturday, even Sunday, hey, We can do ours on a Wednesday. And I'll tell you, there's a tremendous amount of concerts out there. We're not the only venue around. For today, we're the only venue around.
Right.
So there is a tremendous amount of competition. You won't have a night off without having a concert somewhere. But Wally Park is a beautiful venue. I would say right now, if nobody has been to Wally Park, at the very least, take a drive through there. You're going to be mystified.
And for those who have never been, where exactly is Wally Park?
Powder Mill Road in Southwick. Mm-hmm. You won't have it won't be hard to find, just after the rec center and the Legion grounds. Mm-hmm. And like I say, it's a beautiful venue. We have a pavilion. Mm-hmm. You have plenty of bathrooms. You have a ball field. And most of our concerts, they're all, of course, in the evening. There was almost always a baseball game going on under the lights while you had a concert.
Interesting.
You have a huge playscape for children. So this is a family event. Mm-hmm. The kids can play on the playscape. You got a ball game. We have food. We have drink. We have the entertainment.
When you say drink,
we do get a license to serve beer and wine, soda, water. And I was going to mention it later. We're always looking for food vendors. Mm-hmm. We're a small club. We can only handle so much ourselves. Last year we had 2 different vendors that came. Mm-hmm.
In the age of food trucks, would you be able to accommodate anything like that?
Absolutely. If there's anybody out there with a food truck looking for another venue, contact us. Go to our website. My phone number is on there. Always looking for somebody new and improved.
You mentioned the website. What is it?
You'll go to southwickrotary.org.
Okay. southwickrotary.org.
Yeah.
All right. Kathy, has any of this piqued your interest?
Well, yes, I love the open-air concerts because, as he said, and I want to mention that when he mentioned Powder Mill, it's Route 57, correct?
It's off Route 57.
It's off Route 57, but if they go down 57, they'll be able to find it very easily. Cause it's
easy to find.
Is it up behind the high school?
Well, no, not really.
Okay.
You'd come off of Route 57 down Powder Mill Road, and you'll pass your school. You'll pass the rec center.
All right, now
you'll
I know
pass
where
the
you are.
American Legion and their ball fields. There's a couple of homes in there, and then you'll hit Wally Park. A huge sign. This is Wally Park.
I've been by there. I have friends that live out. The Colsons are friends of ours, so
okay.
I've been out in that area.
I know we've been going down Old Home Week here.
Yes.
Yeah. Before we came on air, these two were talking like it was a high school reunion.
That one, and this one, and that one. Well, I've lived in Westfield a long time, and when I was living in Westfield, I was on Granville Road, so we were just down the road from Southwick. So, and my brother's family, my brother lived in Southwick, and his family lived in Southwick. So, yes. How many years have you been doing these concerts?
You had to ask me that.
Well, you can make it up. Nobody out there's going to know
Let's say
either.
6 years.
Wow. And how well have they been attended?
Very well attended.
Now
It's a weather thing. It always is a weather thing.
Correct.
We do have the pavilion, and we do have a rain date at the end of the season. We've only canceled it, I believe, once because of lightning. Mm-hmm. I think nobody wanted to sit under the metal building with the lightning.
Correct.
And we listen to our guys at Town Hall. They're the ones watching the weather. So if a real problem comes up, we say, hey, we're expecting lightning to hit the ground, then I suppose we should back off on the concert. Funny thing is, our first band, Rich Badowski Blues Band, out of Connecticut, terrific performer, performs all over with a lot of people, single, duo, as many guys as he can get. We're trying for the 3rd time to get him in there where he hasn't got rained out.
Oh, jeez.
So I will say.
Oh,
so that's why as soon as we hired Rich, we set a rain date because we figured.
Because you knew.
We figured we're going to lose him on the first date. Mm-hmm. but hopefully not.
Is it always the first day where there's an issue?
For Rich, yeah.
Yeah.
We probably should have put him in the back.
That's
they had a fighting chance.
Yeah. Where were you guys at over the past 2 years with the pandemic?
It was tough with the pandemic. We were able to do the concerts last year, not the year before. Mm-hmm. We were hoping to do something where you could sit on the side of the car, the whole deal, but it never came to be. Mm-hmm. There was never a clear avenue or indicator there.
I was kind of in the talks with that right in the beginning because we wanted to run a video feed at the same time with the cameras focused on the stage, so that if you're further back, you could look up at a screen to see what was going on.
Yeah.
That was the very, very beginning of the talks, and then next thing I know, I never heard anything else from it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Too.
yeah, but we did try the car thing here in Westfield, and it worked, but it's nowhere near the same as
No, it's not.
as being out and
People
and
want to
with people.
interact. People want to get out. They want to dance. They want to have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Right.
Now, do you have a lot of families coming in?
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of families, right down to the littlest ones you can imagine.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well, as I said, it's they can walk around the park, see a ball game, listen to the concert. You couldn't find a nicer place to be with a sunset. You know, we try to have all our concerts on full moons, but that doesn't always happen. But we do the best we can.
I see the Fox humor trying to come out here.
I'll do the best I can.
Yeah. Do your best.
I'll bring the silver bullet and the garlic. So
Yeah.
good to go.
All right, so let's run through who's showing up.
Okay. Well, I mentioned Rich Badowski. He's July 13th. July 20th, we have Jeff Pitchell and Texas Flood.
That sounds like
Big blues guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent entertainer.
Yeah.
Excellent entertainer.
A lot of people have come in and out and perform with Texas Flood.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Oh yeah, he's done all kinds of recordings and played with a lot of very exceptional people.
Excellent.
July 28th, we have Jimmy Maz. I don't know if you're Jimmy Maz. He's our
That's
Las
a
Vegas
familiar
guy.
name. Yep.
And he is now a Southwick resident. And he was hot to do this. I've been trying to get him in here for 3 years. So
Oh,
we know,
good. Excellent.
maybe it was 6 years. Yeah. Anyhow, we've been trying to get him in here. We
So-
finally got him.
So he doesn't have residency over in Nevada anymore.
I guess not. I guess not. Or Atlantic City. I know he tours Florida during the winter. 'Cause that's where we were corresponding. But he's coming in with a full band.
And what genre would you describe him as?
Well, he's going to tell you can do anything.
I know that. That's why I'm asking
if
what you have it set up as.
Yeah, mostly like to me, I'm thinking Sinatra, and I'm thinking family, and I'm thinking big band, but jazz, funk. He really does everything. Go to his web. I tell anybody, pull up Jimmy Maz's website or his YouTube. He's an entertainer, and a heck of a talker too. That's how he talked us into hiring him. But anyhow, that night we're going to be celebrating our 40th year of the existence of the Southwick Rotary.
And I think after we get through all the bands, we're going to take a quick break, and then I want to talk about that Rotary Club and your 40th.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Rotary.
So we are going to get to that.
Okay.
Excellent. Good idea. Been around for a while.
Yes. And August 3rd, we've got 91 South, very popular band around here. You got the people love to hear them, they're playing the music you want to hear, probably 60s, 70s, doing a pretty good job.
Where are they from? They're fairly local,
Westfield.
aren't they? Yeah.
Most of the people I think are from
Is
Westfield.
that the one Kevin plays?
Oh yeah, Kevin Bedore's the drummer.
Yep. I know Kevin.
And some of those guys have been in bands that I remember seeing them in Southwick at some of the clubs, probably in the 80s, the 90s. So they know what they're doing. They're a good club band. And very
they played
popular
at Stanley Park.
Yeah, and the East
before
Mountain Country Club.
Before COVID hit, yeah.
Yeah. And August 10th, we've got the Bad News Jazz and Blues Orchestra.
Okay.
That's
They
my friend's band, yeah.
did they not perform in front of the women's club?
That's Jeff. Yeah, Jeff
Yep.
Gavioli's band. They play all around, and I'm telling you, they are good.
That is they are good. It's a huge band.
Orchestra. They are
Huge.
fabulous.
And I should mention they're coming with vocalist Cindy Reed.
Yes.
This band played at the 250th celebration
Did they?
in Southwick. And prior to them, we've got Jack and his guitar is going to play for us.
Oh, okay.
Sounds
So
more
we've
like
got
an easy listening type of.
Jack Uris, Southwick guy. We've used him a lot for some of different venues that we've had, different programs we've had.
Yeah, he's had that act, jacking the guitar. I think 20
forever
something. Anyways, now you say that he's opening up for that band. Do you have people opening up for other bands?
No,
Okay.
no, not that unless something's changed. I myself did not do a lot of the hiring of the bands.
Uh-huh.
I think there seems to be some time things. Like I say, the performances are 6 to 9.
Uh-huh.
So if all of a sudden we had somebody that was traveling from too far away, they couldn't get here, they need more setup time,
Uh-huh.
we will throw somebody in there. We have an array of people, talented people that want to play.
Yeah.
We just only have so many concerts and we can only go so long.
Mhm.
So we would fill in. And that's what he's doing there because my impression was they're traveling from more of a distance
Right.
to put this show together. And so that's why I got immediately, Jack had called me, hey, how do I get in here? And I said, I got a job for you. So in he comes.
Good.
And on August 17th, we've got, like I say, another basically Southwick home-based band, Acoustic Thunder.
Okay.
They do a lot of the clubs in town, Sammy Chevalier, Mark St. Peter. I don't know all the other guys by name.
Know those guys very well too.
We have we not had them here?
Well, you had Jeff and Sam, but Jeff's not playing with them anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, Sam Chevalier's been here as one of our first in the studio.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
I go out and see him at the old what's it called now? It's Walk on Water. It was
Walk on
Louis
Water.
B's. Now it's something new this year. It's a new
It's
name.
Lake Life.
Lake
Lake Life.
Lake Life.
Lake Life 101.
Yeah, that's
There
a
we
new
go.
name.
Yeah.
For it,
Hey. What are you going to do? You got to keep on moving.
I'm still trying to get used to all things Southwick, and here we are. Last time it was there, it was Louis B's, and it's had 3 or 4 different names, and now I have to get used to yet another name.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you can find the spot. You go by the street number, you're fine. No problem. No problem.
You're good.
And on August 24th, we've got a new band, new to us, Country Steel. And I'd advise anybody to look up their YouTube address or see if they have a website. Country Western band, very good, powerful country band. I was one of our members sent me their tape, let's say, or whether I should say their YouTube video, and I said, well, they're in. I said they're good. In fact, one of the singers, I think, either does live or did live in Sandusfield, Mass. So that's country. So she's got to sing country, right?
Kathy, I can't help myself right now. If anyone gets this reference, so they do both types of music, country and western.
No.
Yes.
Peter, help.
Well, hey, there's a lot of
Bob
debate.
opened himself up to that one. Come on.
Yes,
Hey.
you're right.
When I was at Holyoke Community in the music program, I are a musician, a drummer. That's a half a musician. We did a presentation on music, and the one thing you can't lose is country. In the United States of America, country is still king. It's ingrained in this country.
That's interesting.
You're always going to have country. You're going to have different offshoots, but country still, despite the sales you see, and this is good this week, that's good next week, country just stays there.
Still based on rock.
Or
There's rock based on country.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
the other way
go.
around.
If they were,
And then it
rock-
all comes,
So speak
but then
for
it all,
show people.
but then it all comes down to the blues. I mean,
here we go.
No,
And we're off.
No, I would say that country even precedes.
get down to Louisiana.
Yeah,
and-
but the blues are sort of middle 1800s. When you get into the Ozarks and those kind of the Appalachian, they kind of meld together. New Orleans is blue. I mean blues. That's the whole place of it.
Yeah.
Blues, but that's later. Wouldn't you say the blues come after?
Well, then
Wick
that
comes-
traveled up to Detroit. I mean,
Motown.
yeah.
Motown's new. Motown's
Yeah, well, I said it
baby.
traveled up. You see, Bob, I have a teacher here for a reason.
No, he has an old person here for a reason.
Well, remember now, you're going to trace the blues and jazz back to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, how far do we want to go back?
Right.
I was thinking the Grecian times would be good.
Yeah. I was in New Orleans. I had the blues. I don't remember much about it.
You know, hop on the harp and never mind. So it was country and western, right?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go with that, Ken.
Modern country western.
You're
They're
right.
Very good.
You're absolutely right. Here we go.
Check that
Absolutely
website. Check
correct.
that YouTube
100%.
video.
Okay.
Onward.
Onward and upward.
Now, when do you have to start notifying these people or contacting bands to play? How early does the planning start?
Oh, well, probably you've got bands that are chasing us now.
For next year?
For next year. I mean, you like to bring back the bands, obviously, that are bringing in your crowds. I mean, we're there to provide entertainment.
Correct.
But obviously, we'd like to make money so we can spread the wealth to, you know, we're a service club, and we want to support everything we can. And so, like I say, you don't want to keep bringing back the same guys every year. You'll notice some of these guys are new. Some of the guys we're still trying to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of other good bands that we've had that we just chose not this year to bring back. That we decided that, you know, we've had a lot of other people that wanted to play, so we try to filter them in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you figure by before January, you want to already be thinking about what's happening. You want to start to secure your. There's stuff to do. You have to contact your liquor distributor. Hey, what's the deal this year? You have to provide the police and the selectmen, the Board of Health, the fire department, building inspector with plans. What's your plan? There's a lot to that. What's going on at Wally Park? Is it the same rate? Is it a new rate? I mean, everything's going up and up and up. So you plan that far in advance. We start looking for sponsors, and I'll bring that up. We sent out a letter recently, a couple hundred letters to sponsors. We're starting to get the feedback now, so we're starting to raise money. If anybody out there would like to help us, we're accepting all kinds of sponsorship. You can send anything you want. We certainly have different elevations, let's say, or levels from $100 to $500. But any donation, you could send that off to the Southwick Rotary Club. Is helpful. We do pass the hat at these concerts.
That's a question I don't have to ask now.
But there is no charge for coming. No charge for parking. No charge for coming. So yeah, any help we can get, we appreciate it. The Cultural Council, I've got to mention them, have been real benefactors to this. To our events, to the concert series.
Mm-hmm.
It helps that we got 2 or 3 people in the Rotary Club and the Cultural Council. However, the way we look at it is we're the muscle, and they have the funds to help. They're helping provide for this entertainment for the community. Mm-hmm. And they do a lot of other things as well. But they used to use and they still do, fund other bands and entertainment. But they're helping us here on this leg of the journey.
You know, I'm a member. I'm a member of the board of directors for Westfield on weekends.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're going through and how you have to do all that planning and bring in all these different departments, and I get it. It's some work.
It is. Well, we're lucky. We're a small club, but we pull off a lot of chores.
Mm-hmm.
We do. We've got people, again, like I say, that are very interested in the arts. So
right.
and know a lot of bands. We've got Susie Kahansky that's in our club, Cultural Council member. Her brother's an entertainer. I mean, off to the Grammys to get an award.
Right.
And her husband, Dennis Clark, entertainer. Mm-hmm. So we're lucky that we got a list probably 1,000 miles long of people we could get.
Dennis was my predecessor.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So I am looking at my clock. I'm good to keep going unless you feel you want to take a quick break from the chat.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, good. We'll keep going.
All right.
All right. So have we covered all of the concerts now at this point?
I think we've covered all the concerts. I know I'm going to be in trouble if I, again, don't mention that we are looking for food vendors.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for sponsorship. And we're looking for new members. Always looking for new members.
SouthwickRotary.org.
SouthwickRotary.org. Now, we meet at Roma's Restaurant right now in the little room off the back at 6 p.m. You're welcome. Come visit anytime. Right now, we're meeting the first and third Wednesdays in a month. And
don't need to be a Rotarian to help out?
If I'm going to tell you, if we didn't have friends and family to help us out, we wouldn't probably be there today. And we're not above going back on former Rotary members. It's kind of like you were a Rotary member then, you're a Rotary member for life. You know?
Okay.
You don't get out. So we're not embarrassed at all to ask them for help. If not, pay your way. We'll take the money. But like I say, you have to have family and friends to help. They're there at all our events, whether it's we do a steak roast if we can afford steak. Last year it started to get expensive. Hopefully this year we can. We do a tag sale. All these events, and like I say, the concerts. We could not do it without help of family and friends.
You know, I hear you listing off a few other events going on there. By now you have my email, and I know you have my email because you're here.
Yep.
Keep me posted on any events coming up that the Rotary is involved with, because I'll throw the announcement up on the sign down at the corner of Feeding Hills Road.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Ellen Miles hasn't got you on the hot list.
I'm not on your hot list yet.
Well, you will be.
Okay.
You will be.
Please add me to that.
You know, if I can, when I was on the show with Joe, one of our charter members who now lives in Florida listens to the show. And like I said, he called up to correct me on a lot of different things about starting up this club. And as I say, this year is our 40th year, but there's some things to mention. That the Westfield Club, Don Barnes, who now lives in Southwick, Lou Charbonneau's passed away. They were instrumental they were the go-to guys to start our club through the Westfield Club. That took a year to organize before they could charter us. You needed 36 members. So they had to gather up 36 members, as I say, to even start the club. And I know my brother Ray is a charter member. Jerry Prue is a charter member. And I guess I'm looking at guys that are still here. Jeff Rogers was a charter member. He's my buddy who called to correct me on things and set me straight. Lou Charbonneau was his father-in-law. I've got a lot. You mentioned Charlie Saunders. Charlie was a charter member.
Does, in fact, everyone in Southwick know everyone else?
Pretty much.
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah.
They either
Pretty
know
much.
them, know of them, don't want nothing to do with them, whatever.
Small community, but it's a very active community. It's always been a very active community, as far as I remember.
Oh, yeah. No, hey, a lot of these guys that I mentioned, they started your rec center for the kids. I still remember that.
So Rotary in Southwick, just like everywhere else, it's a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit per se. It's a service club.
Yes.
We're not a designated nonprofit. If somebody was looking to do anything and they needed to send us money and it had to be a nonprofit, money would probably go to Rotary International.
All right.
So that and probably we wouldn't see a dime of that. Which is a terrific organization. We're members of, we have a district, 7890, and then, of course, we're members of Rotary International, which is endless in the things they do for the world. Not very involved in the vaccination process.
Yes, the polio vaccine.
Because they started out with the polio program, and to eliminate polio in the world. And pretty close to it if people would stop rather shooting at one another and allowing everybody to go into these countries. and get the job done.
I had to do a talk on that for the Rotary here in Westfield.
Yeah.
And I think it was Afghanistan and Pakistan. I'm not sure. There are 2 countries left that really have it.
Right.
very
Nigeria was
virulent.
on the hot list at one time. It runs back and forth. You have nomadic tribes that move, and you have some warring factions. You have some religious issues. We've actually had people, unfortunately, killed, tried to give.
They don't
polio
trust the United
vaccination.
States, and they don't trust vaccines, and they think that when you go to their village and you want to vaccinate, that you're doing something very bad and you're just trying to infiltrate.
Right now, I don't trust the United States.
It's very, but I remember that, when I had to do the research on it, Bob, I had polio, and I think that's why they had me come in and speak about it.
Well, the reason I brought it up is because when COVID came, irregardless of who gets vaccinated, who doesn't, a whole lot of debate, polio was way ahead the Rotary International was way ahead of the curve because they already knew how to run the program. They already know how to run the show.
Oh, yeah.
This is why some countries immediately, Australia, New Zealand in particular, was boom, right off the bat. They knew what they had to do to shut the whole place down.
My daughter lives there.
Yeah, I've got friends that are there they can't go
And that is
back
what
to
they
New
did.
Zealand. They got stuck in Australia and can't go back. Right.
I think through the whole, now I could be wrong, Bob, you could help me on this one, but I think through the whole 2 years that we've gone through, they've had something like 50 cases in New Zealand.
Very few. Very few.
That we had 5 times that here in Westfield.
Yeah.
This is the whole entire country. And you couldn't, they were actually confined to their house. You couldn't leave the house. You could go to work. You could go out and buy essential needs like groceries. But you couldn't go to the park. You couldn't walk around the neighborhood. You had to stay in your house. I'd be fine if you gave me a lot of books.
And plenty of cat food and litter, too, right?
That is, so would you say that that's Rotary's, one of their prime?
It's been a prime thing, but...
Excellent.
But no, we have literacy programs, sanitation programs, environmental programs. It's because, like, after you've been doing the polio, which is now Polio Plus, if they haven't changed it since I sat here, after a while, new members come and say, gee, we've been doing that a while. Shouldn't we branch off? And branch off they do. They do tremendous things. If you want to get a child or a student involved in going overseas and living in another country, there's programs. Going to school in other countries, there's programs.
Are there scholarships with Southwick Rotary?
We have a scholarship, yes. I'm not on that program. I don't know if they're giving 1 this year or 2. I would encourage anybody to apply. It could be late for this year, but for next year. There's a tremendous amount of scholarship money out there. Go to Rotary International. Go to another Rotary club. I think I think it's too late for this year for the Southwick club, but you could check on that. But I know I mentioned it on Joe's show. I believe up to that point we had 1 student, and they ended up with more. How many more at this point? I don't know. But yes, we do a scholarship.
Yeah, so it sounds like a lot of giving back to the community.
We do our best. We're sending some guys down to paint a wooden container down at the food pantry. I've been busy, so I didn't get involved in that. I don't know if it's done or gonna be done, so we're helping them. And we do have one night that we're gonna, that August 10th night, where we're gonna have the Bad News Jazz and Blues Orchestra and Jack and his guitar. We will be collecting funds or donations for our local food pantry. That's gonna be our food pantry night. And as I said, the Jimmy Ma's night is gonna be birthday night, so we're gonna have to give you cake. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
You got to have free cake.
Yeah, Westfield had a $3.50 cake.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, by the time I got down there after I broadcasted that parade, there wasn't any left.
I got mine.
Yeah.
Well, right now my treasurer is saying, who the hell said we were going to give him free cake?
Uh-huh.
Of course we're giving you free cake.
Yeah.
Free. It's cake night. It's birthday night.
Just a few weeks ago, was it you who had a day of service? Or?
Yes, we did.
All right. Now, what was that and how did it go?
It went fantastic. And they raised, I think, around $1,400 or $1,500 for the animal shelter.
Mm-hmm.
They had at least 2 pickup truck loads of donations of food and other items that the shelter wanted. So it was very successful. Very successful.
And that was only for a few hours?
About 3 hours.
Fire department, I think?
Down at the safety complex.
Safety complex, yeah.
You know, but yes.
I have to get used to saying that. Yeah.
Complex? Where is the safety complex?
At the fire station.
Oh.
Oh. There's that Fox humor.
Sure, I knew that.
In between, it's part of the police and the fire.
Yeah, hey, where's the School Street Bistro on School Street?
Yeah, got it, got it.
Yeah.
All right, who's buried in Grant's tomb? Okay, gotcha. That fire station's been there forever. Oh, well.
So, Pete, are you set up for what I have for 9:45 on the chart?
Of course not.
All right. Please get yourself set up for that. I like to lighten things up every so often on my broadcast, and it's also a great way to get to learn someone a little better. For the past, no, don't discourage him, Kathy.
Oh, okay.
Do I need a cheat sheet?
No. Matter of fact, so I've been doing this for years and years and years. I started off with version 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and version 5. And I would do this every year the Rotary did a new food event downtown here in Westfield. And obviously that hasn't happened. So I did go on to a version 5.5 and a 5.75, which were both COVID related.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't run you through any of the originals. So we're gonna run version 5.0 with Bob. Basically what happens is people coming on to my program for the first time, I like to play on Ken's Den this thing called Ken's 10.
Catchy tune.
So Ken's 10 is a list of rapid-fire questions I send off in your direction. There are no right or wrong answers. It's strictly
good.
your own humble opinion.
That's good.
And there's no dawdling on this. You can't sit there and think. It's whatever comes to your mind first. It's really simple. Don't listen to what Kathy was saying earlier.
No, it's fun.
Yeah,
I
Pete
love
says
this
don't
game.
overthink it.
No, I love this game.
Now and then you might have to figure out what the question is. Ken's 10 with Bob Fox. Number 10, crushed or cubed?
Cubed.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Number 8, resort or cruise?
Resort.
Number 7, chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Blade or electric? It doesn't look like you use one.
I use a blade.
Number 5, rain or snow?
Rain.
Pencil or pen?
Pencil.
Number 3, desktop or laptop?
Laptop.
Spaghetti or fettuccine?
I like fettuccine.
And number 1, Ken Sten with Bob Fox, swing or seesaw?
Jeez, I like a swing.
All right, and that was relatively painless. Thanks for
There
playing.
you go.
Kansas 10.
There you go. Is there a prize or nothing? That's it.
We need to think of that. You need to think of a prize.
Yeah, but you have to come up with something cheap enough.
Originally, it was a psychological experiment, but that kind of went by the wayside.
How did I do?
Well, there is no right or wrong.
Well, I did great then.
I get to relate to you better when it comes to vacationing because I know you like resorts more than cruises.
Yep.
And I have yet to go on a cruise, although Carnival still keeps sending me emails because they tier match other companies, and I'm a diamond with Caesars and a gold with MGM.
Yeah.
So I provided them that information. They keep sending me emails. We'll give you a free balcony room, and $250 to play in the casino if you.
He's
book
rubbing
with
it
us.
in again.
There you go.
Yeah,
Well, that's pretty good.
And I've never been on one, and I'm getting these offers. So I, like you, I prefer the resort because then you can just get out and do your thing if you want.
I prefer dry land, but I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah.
I love cruising.
Do you, Peter?
Yes,
Oh, I've never
absolutely.
been. Have you been, Bob?
No, and until we're done playing COVID Monopoly, I won't be going either.
Mm-hmm. That's the reason I almost went in January, but then it was like, okay, within 24 hours you need to have the test, and it wasn't happening in this area, so I just ended up flying to Florida, and I was perfectly fine.
Yep.
So I have about 4 minutes left of this broadcast. Anything else you want to get out with the concerts or the Rotary?
Just that, not to repeat myself, but we are looking for members who might be interested in joining our little club.
Mm-hmm.
We do, as I say, we're still looking for food vendors. Sponsorship would be terrific.
Mm-hmm.
I could go again down a long list of things that we've done in the past. It's endless: car raffles, barbecue competitions, baseball games. We've done it all.
Mm-hmm.
As I say, we're a small club. We're probably down to, let's say, about 12 members.
You said 12.
12.
So in 40 years, it went from 36 to 12?
Well, it didn't take 40 years.
Yeah?
It didn't take 40 years. You probably had times when you got so low that there was talk about turning in the charter. Unless there was more participation.
Right. Are you at risk at all of losing your
No.
charter with your numbers?
No.
Okay.
No. I've learned one thing with Rotary as I've talked to district governors. And when they take you inside, really you guys are accomplishing a tremendous amount for a small club.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Good to hear.
And unless somebody's making a big deal, we don't really care what's going on. As long as you accomplish your goals, you have certain standards you have to meet as a club. High ethical values. And if we help the district with their goals, they in turn help national with their goals. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, you're providing a little something to international,
Right.
As you go along, and we also have to remember there's still less than 10,000 people in Southwick.
Yeah, that's right. We haven't hit that number, and if you listen to the guys in the listening to Russ and some of the other ones, once we hit that number, the fun is going to be over for a lot of, let's say, extra revenue that you're given because you're going to hit that population and the party's going to be over.
Yeah, because right now, Southwick is an aging population.
Yeah, I guess we're all aging.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that the kids that are in Southwick now decide to hang around and stay in Southwick and, get you over the 10,000 and get going.
It's a beautiful community. A beautiful community. You have the lakes. You have golf courses. You won't run out of beer, wine, or ice cream or pizza. So we've got that covered.
The bike trail runs through
The
Southwick.
bike trail is a fantastic thing, fantastic asset. We protected large parcels of property that can't be built on. It's a nice community.
Excellent. SouthwickRotary.org, SouthwickRotary.org. Bob Fox, I want to thank you for coming
Thank
into
you,
the
Bob. It's a
studios here at Westfield
Thanks
Technical
for
Academy.
having me. I appreciate it. The club appreciates it.
All right, well, we'll see you at the concerts.
You got it. Thank you.